All right, guys. Here's another video similar to what I did last week. I I should have done this like a few months ago, but there's a video like about James Storm. James Storm is gone from TNA. He's gone from Impact. Um, One second. Yeah. I remember watching him like when I started watching Impact. James Storm is actually one of the only four guys that were there since the beginning. Abyss, AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, and James Storm. And now Abyss is the only one left because the other three are gone. You know? But yeah, James Storm was there. He was in AMW, America's Most Wanted. Um, Sorry guys, somebody called me. AMW was probably the greatest TNA original tag team that there was. Chris Harris and James Storm. That was the team right there. But I think Chris Harris got fired or something, or he left. He left TNA, and then he became Braden Walker, who ended up being the biggest joke in ECW. A lot of people thought that Chris Harris was going to have the bright future, including me, and we were all wrong. It was James Storm, like he had the bright future. He doesn't have like the most. He was never really the top guy in TNA, but he was definitely one of the most over guys, one of the most charismatic guys. After that tag team broke up, they had a feud, and James Storm was the heel. But then he had a singles run, and his character was so awesome because it was an extension of himself, a drunken cowboy. He had Miss Jackie with him, the Black Jackie, and then he had that beer drinking championship. It was a John Cena spinner belt. That shit was hilarious as hell. He spun that shit, and then he was in a tag team with Robert Roode, and they formed Beer Money. Beer Money Incorporated. Beer Money! And that's also one of the greatest tag teams in TNA history. And so two of the greatest tag teams in TNA history both had James Storm in it. He seemed to be more of a tag team guy because even after Beer Money Inc., he went on, like, after Beer Money, he was also in different tag teams with other wrestlers. They were both in Fortune, Bobby Roode and James Storm. They were in Fortune. Beer Money was a part of Fortune up until Bobby Roode's winning the Bound for Glory series. Then they both broke up, but James Storm actually won the title first because Bobby Roode challenged Kurt Angle, the champion, and lost, which was stupid. And then Storm beat Angle for the belt on the next Impact, and Storm became TNA champion. So that was nice to see a guy whose career I watched since I started watching Impact be the champion. Same thing with Bobby Roode because Bobby Roode won it from him. That was really cool to watch. After that, he was in a tag team with Gunner. After that feud, because he had feuded with Bobby Roode for the title on multiple pay-per-views. There was even a time where they set him up to win, and he didn't win at Lockdown 2012. And then he fought like the other champions and stuff. But yeah, he was in that tag team with Gunner. The Sinners and Saints, or Beers and Bibles or something. I don't know. And then that was a really good tag team. Like they worked well together. They were the champions. We didn't expect James Storm's partner to be Gunner, but it was Gunner. They fit like a glove. Like they didn't have anything for either of them, so I guess they decided to put them together. And then they were together for a good year. And then when Gunner was like getting pushed, got the Feast or Fire briefcase, earned the title shot. He got betrayed by James Storm, and James Storm feuded with him. I actually attended the match that they had. It was at Lockdown in Miami, and it was a cage match, but it was also like a last man standing or something like that. They were either like they killed each other. Because what happened was they beat the crap out of each other. In and out of the cage, and then like he suplexed Storm on a chair, superplexed him off the cage on a chair, knocking him out. The little kids loved Gunner too. They were praying to kick his ass, for Gunner to kick his ass, and that was also when Storm debuted his new music. That show that I attended, and then he formed the Revolution, and this was okay. On the road to Bound for Glory, he started assembling all these guys. This is James Storm's Redneck Revolution. Take the pledge. There's always room for one more. And then he got Sonata and Manic and Abyss, and then he got Koya. It just became a mess. And then they even main event in Bound for Glory. It was him and the Great Sonata versus Great Muta and Tajiri, and they lost. That was the main event of that show because it was in Japan. And then Team 3D came out and beat him up after that. And then he had that feud with Magnus where he tried to take Mickey James. This was recent, and then Magnus beat him up at Slammiversary. They brought in Serena to be in the Revolution, and they had their match, and that was, I think, Magnus and Mickey's last appearance in TNA. They won. Magnus and Mickey defeated James Storm and Serena. And now James Storm is doing this program with Koya, Shera, Mahabali Shera. I think James Storm this Wednesday coming up, he's got one more match. Against Shera, and then that's it. I think he's done. I don't think he's going to be at Bound for Glory. I think Austin Aries is going to go back to Ring of Honor. Magnus is definitely going to be in GFW. He's probably going to be their champion. I have no clue where James Storm's going to go. I wish him the best of luck. He dated that interviewer that they had back in the day, Crystal, but now he's married. He's got 2 children. Longnecks and Rednecks are my friends. That was his best team, and then he changed it to that crappy theme. I don't think he's going to go to WWE because he's 38 years old. But that new theme he had that he debuted at the show I went to lockdown. It's like a remix of a Johnny Cash type theme. Yeah. So I don't know. I like Shera, and I hope he puts over Shera this Wednesday. You know, they're going to India, so I heard Shera's going to get like a monster push down there in India, but I don't know where James Storm's going to go. I could have said a whole lot about him because he was one of my favorite characters in Impact, but this was just like a little rundown of his TNA career. I'm definitely going to miss watching him in TNA, especially I'm not a big fan of his recent stuff, but like the old days, like 2007, 2008, 2009 with Beer Money. They were the bomb. Beer Money, and James Storm still is the bomb. You know, Bobby Roode's going to do great things. I think he's going to stick around. Eric Young's probably going to do double duty in TNA and GFW. But yeah, James Storm was the man, and maybe he'll come back. I don't know though, but it's just shocking. All these world champions left like around some anniversary. Austin Aries, James Storm, and Magnus. But I made James Storm's video last because he's still got a couple more appearances left. But after he gets squashed by Mahabali Shera, he'll be gone. So yeah, take care. Thank you guys for watching, and look forward to see what James Storm's going to do next. Take care.